Here we are, Rog, men in blazers, Euro 2000.
Hands down your pants, lads.
And Copa. Remember that Euro Day 28, Rog. We've got a final.
Nichts today, Death. Nichts today. Oh. What truths can we still hold self-evident, Davo?
Oh.
When Germany don't beat France, I just don't know which way is up anymore.
Yeah, especially after that first half performance. Rog, strange days. Football is strange.
It is 35 days after the Copa kicked off. Finally, we got football. Finally, we got some football. It finally broke out. The only truth I know is that Volpe is good crap. Fire in the hole.
Prosciutto.
Oh, we're gonna nibble on that today. We're gonna mourn. We're gonna mourn Germany.
Yeah.
In the only way that we can.
Yeah.
With some schnapps.
Oh.
Some schnapps. Some German schnapps. I think this was made. Where's this German schnapps made that they've gotten? It's cherry schnapps.
Yeah.
It's all natural.
Yeah, Kirschnaps.
Yeah, Kirsch.
Oh, we like Kirsch.
Where's it from?
Where's it from? I'll read the label. You talk about
You're not
football.
going to drink any, are you?
Well, no, I am. Cheers. In the Watch What Happens live glasses.
Skål.
Skål.
Oh, nice. That's actually very interesting.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like a hand going down your throat and just grabbing your kidneys. I love it.
A hand going down.
Oh, what a game of football.
Love's pants.
By the way, we have someone who knows what he's talking about coming on the show today. A man who's not just a Premier League winner. No. Also played at Euro 2016.
Yeah, about 35 days ago.
Yeah, he played 3 more games than we did.
Yeah.
Christian Fuchs.
Joining us.
Yes.
Joining us right here in the panic room. He looks fantastic, Rod.
Yeah,
Saw
he
him
does
just
look
before
fantastic.
We came on. Looks fantastic.
I think he's had some work done.
Yeah,
but
a little bit.
We're going to talk about the game before then, David.
Yeah. Germany, Rog 0. France, from the Stade Velodrome in Marseille. Amazing. What an opening to this game, Rog. As if the national anthems weren't good enough. Great national anthems.
Yeah.
What an opening 5 minutes to this game.
Well, that game was really a conundrum wrapped in an enigma before it kicked off. We were fascinated. These two teams, how would they match up?
Yeah.
Unclear. Their tournament journeys have been so apples and oranges.
Yeah.
Les pommes und oranges.
Yeah.
They were just different weight classes. We couldn't really work out who would win here. France entered so ebulliently after killing Bambi, Iceland. But they hardly faced top opposition. Romania, Albania, Switzerland, Republic of Ireland, Iceland. We didn't know how good they really were. We thought their defence might be suspect.
Yeah.
We had the knowledge they'd not beaten Germany in a major tournament since 1958.
Wow.
And so we didn't really understand how they'd be against Germany.
Yeah.
We knew this was a different Germany. We knew this was a mortal Germany. They'd wobbled into the semi-final.
Yes.
They needed penalties to get past Italy.
Strikerless Germany.
No Gomez!
Yeah.
No Khedira. No Hummels, David.
Yeah.
Emre Can, Schweini and Draxler in to replace them. And from the off, as you were saying, Dave, it was an oddly kinetic start. We're not used to this kind of football from the off.
I know. It was in France.
Play like crap, lads. You had to be cagey.
No, but for the first few minutes, France, the Germans were very decidedly non-German.
Yeah.
They weren't behaving like Germans. They were giving the ball away. They seemed to be panicking a little bit. And the French got right up them.
It was like watching a Citroën Diane outrace an Audi. 2017 model.
Do you think anybody knows what a Citroën Diane is?
Google it. It's hilarious.
It's even worse than the De Chevaux.
I mean, Germany's midfield seemed ragged, slow, out-thought, out-muscled.
Yeah.
And Griezmann, early chance scuffed, allowed Neuer to save down low. And we were just like, holy crap, David, what is going on? At JJ Deerdorf tweeted, France haven't held this much German territory since the reinstatement of Alsace-Lorraine in 1919, Treaty of Versailles.
Yes, we remember it well, Rog. But then, order was restored, Rog. Order ist order.
Yeah.
The Germans came back, Rog, and they dominated the French for the rest of the half.
Can I just say, Germany, they are made, whatever the result, they are made of determined, resolute fibre. And I'll say this as an Englishman. I admire so much how they were able to ride out the storm of the first 5 minutes. I mean, on French home territory with a crowd, an amazing atmosphere before the game. France just going for the jugular right from the off. Slight panic from the Germans, but it was almost like they are made of kind of cyborg tissue, which is folded over the endoskeleton of Terminator, living tissue, infiltration, outer sheath, because they just seem to regenerate after that first 5 minutes. Hector and Draxler chasing down the left, started a counter. Kimmich started going down the right. And they fought fire with fire, or Feuer mit Feuer. Muller forcing remarkable save from Lloris, who had a fantastic game.
Off the bounce, Rog, off the bounce. Wonderful save. Schweini, Rog, looking like a man reborn. Didn't look like Manchester United's Bastian Schweinsteiger, Rog.
No, he didn't at all. Years peeling off him. In fact, reports of his demise greatly exaggerated. For much of that first half, you thought, who's the greatest midfielder in the world? Pogba? Or Schweini. And in that first 15 minutes, really, both goalkeepers made more great saves than the entire nation of England have made in the last 40 years. Germany pushed their fullbacks up high. They strangled the French. The few times they had the ball, with Griezmann charging through the middle of the field, he and Giroud just couldn't link up. Everything sputtered. Schweini, 38th game, Davo, he's played in the big tournament, more than anybody, just bossing the midfield. And the decision to start Sissoko in midfield and not N'Golo Kante suggested that Deschamps thought France could really take the front foot, and it seemed that they were not doing the amount of attacking that the French had thought they would, and they were essentially choked out for that first 44 minutes.
And that one great chance on goal they got after Griezmann's early scuff, Rog, when Giroud broke through, clear on goal. And then Havidis, I don't know how you pronounce it, Havidis, just chases him down, Rog. As Giroud goes into slow motion.
It's a crazy dash for freedom.
Remembering he's Olivier Giroud. Oh, I'm in Mard.
It was like a
I'm in Mard.
If you didn't see it, it was like a recreation of the death scene from Platoon, as he was just running out the jungle, and then they gunned him down from behind. Only what really happened was that Giroud had almost too much time. It was like he suddenly broke through.
And then remembered he was Olivier Giroud.
He was Olivier Giroud. He really just hit me, and he did what Olivier Girouds do, which is just be... It was like watching a horse get shot, to be honest, and no one likes to see a horse get shot. My notes from the game at this point, I wrote something I marvel at about German footballers. They do not wilt. They do not seem to fear pressure. They seem to thrive off it. Words which I would come to choke on a little bit later. But out of nowhere, Davo, a kidney punch. I don't know how you say that in French or German. But it was like watching a boxer just suddenly catch the kidneys of another. It was as if the Premier League scriptwriters, Davo, had written a spec script called Euro 2016 semi-final, because it was completely George R.R. Martin.
Well, self-inflicted kidney punch at that as well, Rog. From the corner kick, I don't know what Bastian Schweinsteiger was thinking. I mean, a smart, intelligent footballer, Rog. But he just goes straight in with his fist. Very, very clear handball in Judge Ivor Bennett time. And that's it.
No controversy other than just the unbelievable stupidity of Schweini going in, defending in possibly one of the most unnatural positions. You had Boateng against the Italians. You had Schweini in this game. I mean, I started to think, what do the Germans practice in training, because they are so handsy? And then I realised Jürgen Löw has just taught them to put their hands in all the wrong places.
Put your hands anywhere in unnatural places.
Oh, my God. When the cameras cut to Jürgen Löw in that second half, David, I realise he's aged 20 years in the past 2 weeks.
Good. He's looking a bit Simon Cowell-Mooby at this point.
At Wing Gap, Stenson tweeted us to say, it could be from sniffing his own undercarriage. Reportedly, that is worse than crystal meth. Who knows? Schweini mit the handy. Griezmann finished clinically. The man who missed a penalty in the Champions League final made no mistake. And Q, bit of hotline bling, David.
Bit of hotline bling. Nothing I enjoy more than watching Neuer dive the wrong way, though.
At Christian Rincon, love the penalty by Griezmann, the hotline bling, very German penalty kick by a Frenchman with a very German name. What a George R.R. Martin shock. At Paul Carr, summed up the first half and blew our mind. Attacking third touches, first 5 minutes, France 16, Germany 3, or as Lexi told me they do it in Germany. How do they do it, Lex? Like that?
They do it like that. That's 3. They do it like that.
Thank you, Tarantino.
3.
Last 40 minutes, Germany 149, France 33, but still at the locker room at half-time.
1-0 up,
It was
Rog.
1-0. And Germany emerged rattled, charging forward with intensity, but unable to convert so many chances. No Gomez, a discarded striker who'd suddenly become so vital to their operation. Umtiti! Having
he played well. Game of his life, Rog.
So sad to know that you're only 23 and it's not going to get any better than that.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. This man, Pogba, starts to take control, Rog, in the centre. Oh, so impressive. Such a tasty footballer, Rog.
Yeah, but having said that, Germany had so many chances.
They did.
And could
They did
not
have
punch
chances.
it over.
They
Muller,
did have chances.
Raumdeuter, or Space Investigator, player who scored 10 goals in 2 World Cup campaigns, yet leaves still waiting to find the net in the Euros. I find that absolutely unbelievable. Germany perhaps punched out by the shootout win against Italy. The French fans started to sing your favourite, La Marseillaise.
Yeah, lovely song.
The sound of happy Frenchmen, I realised, is one of the most curdling noises to the English ear.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's harder to listen to me, than seals being clubbed.
Yeah, the only thing that made it bearable was to see the Germans with that look of panic in their eyes, looking a little bit like Englishmen. The shots of Jurgi Löw on the sideline, like unable to believe, unable to process what was happening.
There's a photo of Jerome Boateng that I posted to my Twitter when he got substituted off and they put a towel over his head and he just looked up in agony on the bench. It looked like the German defeat, a portrait done by Rembrandt. It's so beautiful. French fans, stop doing the Icelandic. Ho! Ho! You're turning it from one of the most beautiful things in the world to the new Vuvuzela, David.
It's going to be all over the Premier League next year. I don't like
terrible.
it.
It's
I
like
don't
the chicken dance.
It's cultural appropriation, Rog.
It's terrible. Just
don't
stop
like
it. Leave it where it should be, which is in Motherwell in Scotland. And Seattle, you've got a claim on it too. 1-0. Could France punch it over the line? Pogba suddenly gets the ball on the corner. He
does that with his foot, Rog. He does a bit of that with his foot.
He skips and dances over the ball. I've never seen anything like this. Or at least since Zaza took the Italian penalty. And Pogba floated over the ball tantalisingly out of Neuer's reach. Leaving him flapping. Could he have punched it? The ball fell to who, Davo?
Griezmann.
Who converted it through Neuer's legs. The most un-German goal of all time. Is this the end of days? We ask ourselves. German Panic, great name for an indie band.
Yeah, very good.
Set in. I mean, it was astonishing to watch on a football field. And I was reminded of my favourite German word in the world, David.
Which is?
Kummerspeck. Grief bacon. When a relationship...
Oh, God, that makes me want some more Volpi products. I have a bit of prosciutto.
It's a German... I've got to talk to Christian Fuchs about it to find out if it's a real word. It's a word when you break up a relationship. It's the fat you put on when you eat lots of ice cream, sadly, at night. Like
it is. What is the word again?
Kummerspeck!
Kummerspeck.
So let's put this into perspective for France. 1982, you play the Germans in the semi-final. You are winning. You are cruelly done in by the German goalkeeper Schumacher taking out the naive Battiston. 1986, you play them again in the World Cup semi-final. Platini said, I knew we were going to lose during the pre-match coin flip when the referee said to me, good luck in German. They got beat again. This was redemption for a French team who have been on a journey 6 years ago in South Africa. They were the laughing stock of the world, Davo. They had a mutiny. They were absolute disaster. They were dumped out of the World Cup in disarray. Shame to the nation. Since then, any French player you meet talked about one thing. They didn't care about Euro 2012 when they were beaten. They were like, we care about 16. At the World Cup, you spoke to them like, we care about Euro 16. Is a national mission made all the more poignant by the Bataclan and the Paris terrible disaster, the attacks last November. They are now just one game away. So all we can say to the French is, félicitations. We will break down the Portugal final in 1 minute, but we've got something more important to do. Two things. Number one, can I get a Talisca?
Oh, yeah.
And number two,
can I get a Talisca too?
Can we get someone in who knows something about football and can finally up the conversational strategy, the tactical talk, the hard-hitting questions, Davo? Bring him on in.
Come in, Christian, a man who won the Premier League last season, a man who played in Euro 2016 and captained Austria. He lives in New York City during the summer, where he runs his Fuchs soccer academies. There is one in New York and one in New Jersey. These academies begin July 11th.
Monday.
Roger, that's Monday.
Yeah, I'm enrolling.
All of the information is on www.fuchs.com. Fuchs. That's Fox, F-O-X. Sucker.academy.com, I presume. We are honoured to have him join us in the Panic Room, the one and only Mr. Christian Fuchs. So great to have you.
Hi, it's nice to be here, guys.
Yeah,
it's
so good to have you.
insane. I'm so honoured.
Oh.
Can I take a picture with you?
Yeah.
I want to have a selfie, you know.
Yeah, with some balls.
Yeah.
Look
You'll
at this.
post this.
Look at this.
Me with 2 random balls.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, wow.
He does
Good one.
amazing eyebrow
He does
work.
amazing
You do
eyebrow
amazing
work. Better
eyebrow
than
work.
Griezmann's.
Austria. We're
Yeah.
going to start with that. We are
Okay.
elated that you're with us. We are sad that you are not still in Euro 2016.
Unfortunately.
Near perfect qualifying, 28 out of 30 points. A dark horse to many ahead of the tournament. Slight challenges. 2-0 loss to Hungary. It's when I thought maybe we can book him.
Yeah.
The 0-0 draw of Portugal.
Yeah.
Dramatic last-second loss to Iceland. From the inside, how do you understand what happened, Christian?
Well, we stayed dark. We stayed in the dark, no? You know, the expectations were high, also to ourselves. And we never really, you know, got in our game. I think our opponents in our group were also really good. And you can tell that Portugal from our group is also in the final now.
Yeah. Who you drew with.
0-0.
Exactly.
So how different is the level between these teams?
Well, I think our group, as I said, has had a good level.
Yeah.
It's always a difference when you play a qualifier
Yeah.
and then you play the tournament. I think at the tournament, all the teams are even more, more motivated. They know it's this game, and when you lose it, you can be out already, even if it's the first game only. So with a bad start, it could be a bad tournament. But, things happen the way they happen, and I'm so happy to be with you guys. It's insane.
So great.
It's insane.
Wonderful.
In which camera do I have to look, by the way?
You can
This
look at
one,
that
all
one.
right.
Or you can look in that
Oh,
one.
in this one also.
And
okay.
then Max will take that.
Cool.
Or you can look back at
This
that
one?
one.
Oh, this one.
Oh, that one.
Oh, this one?
When you left the field against Portugal, 0-0,
Yeah.
did you leave the field, go into that locker room and say, we have just played a team that will reach the final of the Euros? Or you're like, oh, we should have won that.
Well, I
They were a
should have
bit
won
crap.
that.
Well, to be honest, we had a lot of luck in this game. Ronaldo did what he did best. He missed a penalty in that game. So, sorry.
Yeah.
To be honest, we were happy with the 1 point. Then we expected it from ourselves that we will win the last game against Iceland. We couldn't do it. Iceland, to be honest, they played a great tournament.
Yeah,
they played
great
really
tournament.
well.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I became an Iceland fan now.
Yeah.
You and me both. Did you get a sense in that game of the secret to Iceland's success, having played them?
Well, when I played against them, it felt like playing against Leicester. Yes. It's really like that. They sit back, they wait for the chance, and then they simply also have quality, to score goals.
Jamie Vardyson.
Jamie Vardyson.
I've got to ask you, the international game, I mean, it is fascinating. They are all-star teams that don't get a lot of time to practice together, to work out tactics. And I am interested. This has been a tournament in which Wales have gone far, in which Iceland have gone far. To what degree right now in international football, where so many big players are getting so much money that it kind of doesn't really matter to them whether they win or not with their international teams, to what extent does spirit and togetherness and just collective will just become a really important intangible?
It is really important, obviously, and you see, especially with Iceland, I also like the performances of Wales. I mean, they also have great players, but in my opinion, a team is winning over an individual. Obviously, when you work together as a team, and come on, we at Leicester, we are the best proof. Seriously.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. What do you think of the standard? Lots of questions about what is the standard of international football versus top club football. Do you think the standard is about the same, a little bit lower, higher? What do you think it is?
I think it's hard to measure because like you said, Roger, you have so little time together. Obviously, before the Euros now, we had 4 weeks until we had the first game. But it's not. You have your tactics, you have your plan, especially when you work together already for a longer time and the coach is not changing too much. But other than that, it's really very limited.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of good players in several teams, world-class players in several teams. So I think the standard is still a good one.
A week after Austria was eliminated, you retired from international team football. 78 caps, I mean, it's a common rite of passage, the international retirement for a player at a certain point in their career. You're just 30. Can you tell me? I've always wanted to know what motivates you.
I feel like 40.
I feel like 73.
Oh, sorry.
I wish we felt 40.
I wish more.
I've got to tell you another plug for Volpe products.
Yeah.
They keep us young and vital. But when a player actively retires from international football, what are the factors that you think through and the reasoning? Is it to preserve and extend the amount of club football you can play? Really, what goes through your head? How do you come to that decision?
My main and only reason, in fact, was my family. Since my family is living in New York, and also international football takes away a lot of time, which I could then spend with my family to see my boy growing up. This is the main factor that counted for me, and that's why I took this decision to just retire. I simply want to be a dad, and be with my family more often.
God,
that's why we retired from international football.
All this time I've been longing to be an international footballer. You're telling me it's time wasted.
Yeah.
Do you know how many days it is since Leicester lifted the trophy? Does it feel recent or does it feel months ago?
It doesn't feel real, to be honest.
Does it?
I'm still in the process of realizing it.
It was 62 days ago that you Botticelli'd it.
Wow.
Very nice, and it was an amazing day.
Wow.
It was insane.
How often since then have you just been lying on the pillow, just like, watching TV, flicking through late at night, thinking, Bachelor's quite good tonight, and then just a huge memory, just a great rush, an emotional rush charges back from your season of seasons, your miracle, fairy tale, wonderful, glorious season?
Maybe once or twice. There was this tournament just a couple. Oh, it's still going on, but I was eliminated a couple of days ago. It's called the Euros.
Yeah.
But does it not seep through? You don't just suddenly think, God, we beat Manchester City.
Of course.
Oh my God, that Chelsea, the Mahrez goal against Chelsea.
The Mahrez goal.
But that's insane. But you also know the city here, the city is crazy, and we just had our move to a townhouse in the city in Harlem, and then the Fox Soccer Academy is going on.
Yeah.
So there's not really time to lay back and just think like, wow, what happened? No, life goes on.
Can you just tell me about some of the elements? This is what really fascinates me most about Leicester's season. It's the question I've been dying to ask you ever since I knew you were coming
This
in.
position here is amazing. Just between you guys.
Tell me,
someone's just tweeted us at Caniero Curse. Rog Davo, why'd you make your guests sit on the bedpan?
Tell me about the party at Jamie Vardy's house.
I
really want to know
the food that was served.
What was the
food
food
only about the
situation?
food, right?
Yeah,
Drink.
was it good? Was there
shrimps,
music? Was there like a
caviar?
pre-game? There were oysters, caviar, everything. Were there other guests? Was it just the team?
It was just the team with some apple juice and that's it. Some iced tea.
Sushi on a naked person.
By the way, can I have my apple juice over there?
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Cheers. Great.
Take it. Enjoy.
Please. Skål.
Cheers.
Yeah.
No, I mean we're into
Prost, we say. Prost, we say.
Prost.
Prost. In Austria. Prost.
Yeah, Prost.
Mit deinem Kummerspeck, ne?
Oh, the Kummerspeck. That's all I have. Don't take away my Kummerspeck. What?
No, I cannot take it away.
Can you tell? Can you tell me? Can you just tell us a detail of Jamie Vardy's party? Was there a coat check?
Yeah.
What music did they play beforehand? Was it Kenny G? Was it light jazz?
Was there? Yeah. What was the music situation?
There wasn't a music. I don't know if you remember that situation. There was Chelsea playing against Tottenham.
Yeah.
There was a game that might be sticking in the back of your head somewhere.
Yeah.
So, and I basically after the 2-0.
Well, Hazard scored a goal. That was the most amazing thing about that.
God, I was freaking out.
What a moment.
I was not able to find a comfortable position throughout the whole game. I was sitting, standing, laying, walking around. Oh my God, I was nervous. And then when the final whistle, I mean, you saw the video. All of you guys saw the video out there.
That was amazing.
It was
so what
insane.
you're saying is there weren't any interesting party games. There wasn't much of a buffet laid out.
It's not a very good host.
It wasn't a very good...
We played some chess.
We played some chess. I love it. I love it. Excellent.
How do you experience the kind of like now the Jamie Vardy to Arsenal, the Mahrez to Arsenal, the N'Golo Kante to Arsenal, the Kasper Schmeichel to Everton? Do you speak to these guys as it's all going down? Then they text you and be like, "Don't. It's just paper talk." Foxes.
They still
never quit.
They still didn't leave our group chat, so I was pretty sure that they will still be at Leicester.
We have a WhatsApp group.
Yeah, of course. I think every team has a WhatsApp group.
The whole team.
The whole team, every player's in there. Yeah, you know, when there's some news, you want every player to know.
There's a joke that the Portuguese team have a WhatsApp group, but they don't have Ronaldo on it. All they do is just talk about Ronaldo behind his back on that. So there's a Leicester WhatsApp, and this stuff goes down, and Casper just like types in and bees.
And everybody knows. Yeah, so they didn't leave, so I think they also don't leave. I mean, seriously, we're playing with Leicester next year in the Champions League.
Yeah, I know.
It's a crazy story, and I think everybody wants to be a part of that.
Can I say one thing about that?
Yeah.
Mourinho at United. Pep at City, Conte at Chelsea,
mind blown.
Wenger's Arsenal, Liverpool under Klopp. Defending champions Leicester are rarely in the conversation already.
Yeah.
I mean, all the talk is about big clubs, assumption being that normal service will be resumed next season. Do you laugh when you read that stuff and think,
Wait a minute.
they wrote us off last year, we're going to do it again?
Us off again.
Or do you get angry about it? How do you experience it?
I don't read any of that. I really don't care.
I've read it all. I've read it all and just fed it to you.
It doesn't. These are only names, you know. And last year also nobody was expecting us to win anything. So, you know, it's in a nice position that we are in.
I think what Christian's really trying to say here is he's more afraid of Steve Bruce and Hull City, Rog. I think it's pretty clear.
What is your goal for the season?
Between the lines.
Just to stay in the league, I guess. So I'm in my vacation time now, so I'm not really in contact with the coach and talking about the goals for next season, which will be probably discussed and announced throughout the preseason.
Yeah. And you go back for preseason the 21st?
On the
17th of July. And then you come back to America.
For the ICC. Come to Los Angeles.
But to be honest, what is there now to win? I mean, we want to win the Champions League. That's our next goal.
Wow. I love it. I've got to say.
The odds are so small.
Yeah.
You know, 5,000 to 1 to win the league. So what are the odds? I think 250 to 1
for you to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
Piece of cake.
There you go. I got some inside intel.
Yeah, I love
it. I think it's fascinating. Do you think about the league title at all and defending it?
Not at all. Not at all.
It really is. It's like, let's not get relegated. Let's do it again. Let's get to 40 points, see where we are, and repeat the last season's approach.
You know how a manager was announcing every game?
Yeah.
To think game by game. That's the best we can do. We
Always.
can always affect them. Yeah, and that's
we cut an amazing video on Men in Blazers where he kept just saying 40 points every week. They'd say, what do you think?
And we reached him at some point.
Yeah, about 7 games into the season. Yeah.
Your squad has been...
January the 2nd, 40 points. January the 2nd, 40 points.
Your squad has been bolstered. The rival record signing Nampalys Mendy, defender Luis Hernandez. How does it all work? You've got a Champions League campaign. You've got to broaden the squad. Depth is going to be critical for you guys. But it's also going to change the unique culture that really allowed you to have success in the first place.
Well, let's see. I'm very much looking forward, to be honest, to the season because, you know, already that conversation shows that nobody really knows what's going to happen with Leicester next season. And we are just... I mean, the whole season we had fun with whatever we did, not only with playing football or soccer, however you call it. I call it football.
Soccer.
But also off the field, you know, we are a cool bunch of guys. We like to have fun together.
Clearly.
And that's reflecting on the field. And let's see. It's gonna be a nice season again.
I think we've just heard they're going to win the title again. I'm reading between the lines. You love America. You have this unique relationship with the country that we love. You're investing a large amount of energy building an infrastructure to train American youth. I think it's actually a fascinating thing that you are doing. Tell us about what's about to occur on Monday with your Fox school.
Yeah, it's the second year already, by the way. So obviously I'm starting a Fox Soccer Academy, it's called, a soccer camp here in the city, in New York, also in New Jersey. And we're having already 40 kids per week, which is a crazy amount. And the thing is that I will be there. So it's not only a coach or somebody, but it's also a
Premier League title winner.
It's a chance to stand on the field with me because I also like to play. You know, I'm not a coach at all, but I like to stand on the field and just train with the kids.
Can I tell you one quick thing? Do you allow 50 and under players to enroll in your academy? Would it be a bit weird with the under 8s if you suddenly had like 2 old men who just wanted to play? It's almost like a fantasy camp opportunity at the same time.
Our range of ages 8 to 16. We could make an exception for you
16,
because we are assessing the level of we are assessing the skill level on the first day. So maybe you can make it.
I think that would be good.
Yeah. What about you?
That'd be good.
What about you?
Well, I've still got a few little moves. Still head the ball at the back. Let's play a bit of centre-back.
Can I ask you one quick barometer of the growth of the Premier League? Do you get noticed a lot on the streets of Manhattan?
What was that?
Do you get noticed a lot on the streets of Manhattan?
Yeah.
Are people just coming up to you?
Who do people think you are?
Ryan Reynolds. No, literally, because we were moving yesterday and today, one of the guys from the moving company came to me saying, "You're Ryan Reynolds."
Yeah.
No joke. No joke. Insane.
But
I think I look so much better.
Ryan Reynolds is
you're much better looking.
Oh, yeah.
Much
Thank
better
you.
looking.
Thank you.
Much
Thank
better
you.
looking.
Ryan Reynolds
You get a discount on my camp.
is a method actor. And he's just preparing for a German part that he's about to take on with his accent. I love it. I love it. We'll finish with a question from one of our listeners at BJ McGeever. How many Fuchs do you actually give, Christian? I think that's an allusion to your clothing line that you have. No Fuchs given.
I heard of that.
No
Fuchs given. Yeah. Well, how many Fuchs do I give? That's a weird question, no?
That's Rog specialises in weird questions.
I gave the world one Fuchs already. I have a son, a little one, 1.5 years. So this is at least one Fuchs that I gave.
Who's he going to play for? When he comes of age, when he goes through your soccer school and obviously becomes...
Obviously, I'm going to raise him, build him up, build his soccer skills and football skills.
Which team will he play for internationally?
Internationally?
Yeah.
The US, Austria, or where else can he play?
Leicester.
Leicester's not international.
I know, I'm joking. It was a joke. It was a humour. Okay, US or Austria?
US or Austria, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of the two.
We need one. Which would you like him to play for?
I would like him to play for Austria, to be honest, because you can play the Euros, the World Cup, and you're in Europe. I think for now the better soccer is played in Europe. But obviously the MLS, and that's also a goal of mine, by the way.
Oh,
tell us.
Oh yeah. Oh,
the goal is
to be in the MLS or to be an NFL kicker. I have a few goals in my life.
You'd be an amazing NFL kicker.
How
think
far,
so?
Yeah. Have you actually kicked an NFL football?
Yes, I did.
How far can you kick the ball, knowing that there's a lot of NFL agents watching?
Well, it's what's the halfway line of a soccer field?
About 120 yards.
No, about 60 yards.
60. Yeah, so 9 out of 10 I get over the goalpost.
Wow.
Which is
90% from 60 yards.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Can you beat that? Can you beat?
No,
maybe I should make.
No, we went to Buffalo. And we couldn't.
Maybe I should make an American football camp. No?
The America needs you to be investing in the infrastructure of football for this. And by the way, by the time your son comes of age, son of Galati will have got the Euros and it will be played by the European teams in America. It'll be called the Euro Centenario.
Anniversario. That will be brilliant. That will be brilliant.
We are going to break. We're going to do a Facebook Live with Christian in the wake of this, where we're going to answer a huge amount more questions, all about the specifics about the pigs in a blanket that were served at Jamie Vardy's party.
Oh, and the massive chess game.
But for now, we are back at 5 o'clock on Sunday after the Euros, between possibly two of the hardest to choose who you like more teams
Portugal
in international football.
France, Rog, that's Sunday, 3
How we all
p.m.
wanted
at the
it to
Stade
be.
de France.
We all wanted it to be Austria against Iceland.
Yeah.
Obviously, me too.
We're going to predict how it goes.
Yeah.
Christian wisely is eschewing the wings from UBK. They're so good. I'm going to eat all of them.
You've got the French wings. I have the Portuguese wings.
Best view, to be honest. Look over your shoulders, chewing those yummy chickens.
My God.
You look so. Oh, you look so great when you chew them.
What is chicken in German? Schenk? No. Schenk, that's ham. Hühnchen things.
This gives us some more Kummerspeck.
You're terrifying when you say it. Hühnchen.
Mitnach von Zuausbei.
What do you think, David? Can we get a prediction on the final? You played Portugal, so tell us what you think is going to happen, Christian, in this final.
I think because France made it to the final, and they're also the hosts of the Euros, so I think they're going to win the title.
Yeah, when you look at Portugal, do you see a real team, a team that plays with a collective game plan, organisation and will?
Well, it's not about the way you get to the final, it's about that you got to the final, and in the final everything is, it's only one game, it's 90 minutes or 120 or penalty shootout, but it's just one chance, so everything's possible, but I still think that France will make it.
We just got a preview of the locker room speech Christian will give before Leicester City take to the field for the Champions League final this year.
What do your wings say, Rog?
My wings say that Portugal are going to do it. Nani is going to get a late shocker. They will silence the French nation.
Wow. I would just like to know what Cristiano Ronaldo's dreams of this game. I imagine it's him floating half naked ethereally over as sort of an otherworldly being, scoring with every part of his body and then ripping off all of his clothes and people just going, "Ah, Cristiano."
I assume they just involve nipple clamps.
Pretty much. Okay, Portugal, France, Sunday, July 10th at the Stade de France in Saint-Denis.
We're on at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
On Vice Sports. Christian Fuchs, tell us again the soccer school and how we can enroll.
FoxSoccerAcademy.com.
FoxSoccer.academy, apparently.
We're both
this just in.
there.
FoxSoccer.academy.
I'm answering the emails. I'm answering the emails
Okay, very
myself.
good.
Courage.